Kogi decides 2023, police arrest AA candidate, that's AA governorship candidate, Brimo. Oh, can you imagine? So this news actually came that this man, I think he was on his way to go cast his own vote. Brimo is the AA governorship candidate, Action Alliance candidate of the election in Kogi State. And he was taken away even with his 7 ADs with him, and everybody was looking for him until it later turned out that it was police that arrested him. So why did police arrest him? Let's dive into the details to hear. There were apprehensions when his ADs and party officials could not reach the Action Alliance governorship candidate in Kogi State, on the phone, sparking fears of a possible kidnap. Security agencies on Saturday arrested the Kogi State governorship candidate of the Action Alliance, Olayinka Brimo, along with his security details in Kaba Bunu local government area of the state, the media aide said. Security operatives reportedly arrested him and 7 of his security details after they claimed to have found campaign materials in his car. So campaign materials. Actually, it's not time for campaign. Is that enough for arrest? Was he actually campaigning? So you cannot drive car with things in your car? Now wow. So there were apprehensions when his ADs and party officials could not reach him on the phone, sparking fears of possible kidnap. Speaking from Iyamoye, Ijumu local government area in the morning, his media aide Musa Yakubu said, "The last time I heard from him was in the morning when he called from Kaba town, but all attempts to get through to him since that time proved abortive." So his mobile lines have been switched off, including that of his entourage. So he had raised the alarm that the candidate's detractors might be behind the situation and called on the security agencies to locate his whereabouts. But it was gathered that because of the incident, the governorship candidate could not cast his own vote during the election. Can you imagine? But Mr. Yakubu, in a text message to the correspondent on Saturday evening, said it was later discovered that it was the police that arrested and detained him. So why would they do that? We later heard that he was arrested with his entourage at Kaba, Mr. Yakubu said. So he has been released, but his security details is still detained. He is still with them at the station. That is as at the time this report was filed. Mr. Yakubu also stated that Mr. Brimo's car had some campaign materials for which the police held him. He said while Mr. Brimo had been released, his security officials are still held in the detention. Efforts to get the police to respond failed as the police spokesperson, William Aya, did not pick his calls to his phone. Can you imagine? So the only reason they arrested this man, Brimo, Olayinka Brimo, is because he had campaign materials in his car. Again, was he supposed to have those materials in his car during the election period? Because there's a timeline for campaign, and during voting, it's not a time for campaign. But was he actually campaigning, or he just carelessly left those things in his car, and that is what has given him problem? Were the police so overzealous? Because we also need to know, were they supposed to arrest him? Were they overzealous? Was this an offense that warrants an arrest? Those are the questions that we actually would want answers. That is, if they can give answer to those questions. So the report is saying that even though he was released, he could not cast his vote because he was already late. That's one. And he was just released alone. His entourage are still in the police custody, and the effort to release them has not been successful yet. Oh, wow. So in Kogi State, Dino Melaye of PDP did not vote. Olayinka Brimo of Action Alliance also did not vote. Out of those, all the people that are actually aspiring to be governors, 2 of them did not vote for themselves. That is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. All right. So now let's get into some reactions. Some people are already making some statements around this event. Some say, I beg, we don't hear. Nothing go happen. Not be Niger. That true now. We know say Niger. Nothing go happen. Some say fake news, campaign materials, not even voter materials or voters card. Fake news from Opera News. How is it fake news? It is actually, they said campaign materials, not campaign materials. Yeah, so he had campaign materials in his car, okay, which the police held him. Where was he supposed to have those campaign materials in his car? That is a bigger question to answer, I tell you. So that is the situation. So someone said campaign materials and what? I find it difficult to believe anything written, okay, on this platform, because I couldn't imagine why somebody will be arrested for campaign materials, lies and fake news. It's not campaign materials, it's campaign material that was found in his car. That is it. Understand the reason for his being arrested with campaign materials is for those who have the brain for an understanding. Sorry, can you imagine? It was campaign materials and not campaign materials. No policeman can on a good day arrest a governor who is also an aspirant for misconduct. Being an opposition is the same being an enemy of the Nigerian police. Wow. Someone say, what are you writing, self? Okay. For your mind now, you don't speak English. Brimo will tell people's votes knowing he doesn't have a ghost of chance to win. So he should have aligned with APC. How? Why would he align with APC? He has his own aspiration and he has to follow his own aspirations. That is it. Okay, una do well. Say not be kidnapped. APC should arrest everyone that is not APC after it is their turn. After all, it is their turn. So let them do what they like. Nigerian security agents just slave to politicians. Why should you arrest someone because of campaign materials in his car? If it was pasted on the body of the car, it would have even made some sense to arrest him. Whereas Yaya Bello and his killer squad are moving freely. Exactly. Nigeria election, they go still release them. They don't release them now, but they never release the people when they arrest them with. That is it. They have to release those people as well before the case will be over. Perhaps they were absolutely believing about what the investigation him now wow English. When you read some English like this, you wonder whether people are even seeing road. Okay, so that is exactly what we are seeing here. That Olayinka Brimo of Action Alliance in Kogi State was arrested and detained, and so prevented him from casting his own vote. Even though he has been released, his ADs that were arrested with him are yet to be released. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.